In the brutal and unflinching reality of life, one timeless truth stands tall above all else. The world does not respect excuses, it respects results. In a society obsessed with outcomes, achievements, and tangible victories, the currency of value is not intentions but execution, not dreams but delivery, not words but action. Excuses are the invisible chains that bind the average. They are the comforting lies we tell ourselves to rationalize failure, to justify inaction, to dull the pain of potential unfulfilled. But the Sigma male, the lone wolf, the silent warrior, the architect of his destiny, understands that excuses are the language of mediocrity. He knows that while the world may lend a sympathetic ear to reasons, it ultimately honors those who rise above them, those who face adversity and still emerge with something to show. In a world that is increasingly competitive, relentlessly demanding, and ruthlessly fast-paced, the man who produces results earns respect, commands influence, and forges his legacy, not the one who blames circumstances, luck, or timing. From the boardrooms of billion-dollar companies to the sweat-drenched grind of gym floors, from the silent early hours of writers hunched over their craft to the unwavering discipline of soldiers on the battlefield, results are the only language that matters. They do not require explanation, apology, or justification. Results speak for themselves. They cut through doubt, silence critics, and turn dreams into milestones. The Sigma mindset rejects victimhood and embraces ownership. It acknowledges the difficulty of life, the unfairness of the game, the betrayals, the heartbreaks, the financial struggles, the mental fatigue. But it uses all of that as fuel, not as crutches. The world doesn't care if your father left, if your heart was broken, if you failed 3 times before, or if the system is rigged. Harsh? Yes. True? Absolutely. Results are the ultimate equalizer. They don't discriminate. A poor man with results commands more respect than a rich man with excuses. A dropout who builds something extraordinary is admired more than a degree holder who never takes a risk. In every arena, sports, business, art, relationships, the individuals who show up, who perform, who deliver under pressure, are the ones remembered and revered. The Sigma male walks a solitary path not because he rejects society, but because he refuses to be molded by it. He understands that while others make excuses, he must make progress. While others talk, he acts. While others blame, he builds. Excuses feel good in the moment. They protect our ego, shield our pride, and offer temporary comfort. But they steal our future. They are the silent assassins of ambition. Every time you justify why you didn't give your best, why you skipped that workout, why you didn't take that opportunity, you feed the weakness within. But when you embrace accountability, when you tell yourself, I didn't do it because I didn't push hard enough, you take control, and control is power. The Sigma life is not about being perfect. It is about being relentless. It is about waking up every single day with a fire in your soul and a plan in your mind. It is about saying, I will either find a way or make one, because the world doesn't care about your struggles. It celebrates your strength. The Sigma man understands this brutal elegance of reality. No one will hand him a crown. He must forge it himself. And he knows that forging is painful. It's lonely. It's often thankless. But it's real. Every time he resists the temptation to excuse his failures and instead chooses to learn from them, he grows sharper. Every loss becomes a lesson. Every setback a setup for a greater comeback. While others drown in self-pity, the Sigma man swims against the current. He doesn't beg for motivation. He builds discipline. He doesn't cry about the odds. He improves his strategy. He doesn't wait for opportunities. He creates them. And the world, though cold and indifferent, cannot help but take notice. Because, eventually, results become undeniable. The man who turns vision into reality, who moves in silence and lets his success make the noise, becomes a force to be reckoned with. He does not explain himself. He does not defend his ambition. He simply works, evolves, and dominates. Look around. History remembers those who delivered, not those who almost did. The entrepreneurs who built empires from nothing. The athletes who overcame injury to break records. The inventors who defied logic and doubt to change the world. They all faced the temptation to quit, to complain, to make excuses, but they didn't. They turned pain into purpose and setbacks into stepping stones. You must ask yourself, do I want pity or do I want power? Do I want to be coddled or do I want to be crowned? You can have one or the other, never both. The Sigma path is ruthless, but it is righteous. It demands everything and guarantees nothing, but it rewards the few who persist with something far greater than applause, self-respect. The kind of respect that can't be bought, only earned. So the next time you're tempted to offer an excuse, remind yourself, the world is not listening. It's watching. Watching to see whether you rise or fall, whether you deliver or disappoint. You owe it to yourself to be a man of action, not apology. You owe it to your potential to fight for results, not rationalizations. The Sigma doesn't aim to be liked. He aims to be legendary. And legends aren't built on excuses. They're built on execution. So burn the bridges to your excuses. Light the fire of responsibility. Armor yourself with discipline. And walk boldly into the arena of life where only one thing matters: results. Because in the end, the world doesn't remember the man who almost made it. It remembers the one who did.